Hey, okay, so we have our beef tips and gravy simmering on the stove top now. As you saw, we just made those before. And what we're gonna do now is go over how to make the cauliflower mash. This is a great substitute for mashed potatoes, and it's super easy to do as well. What you're gonna need is 24 ounces of either cauliflower rice, or if you buy a whole cauliflower or chopped cauliflower, you're going to want to cut it down if it's whole, or if it's chopped, that's fine. We're going to steam it for about 10 minutes, which I have done ahead of time. Now, I had a 12-ounce bag of chopped, and then I had a 12-ounce container of cauliflower rice. So I did steam them separately just because I wanted to pulse my chopped cauliflower down so it's similar consistency, because when we blend them together, I want it to be pretty equal, because you have to be careful. You don't want to over blend your cauliflower, or else it's going to turn into a sloppy mess. So this is supposed to be similar to a potato, but potatoes will hold together a little bit better because they have all that starch in them, which we're trying to avoid. So for this recipe, you'll need 24 ounces of your steamed cauliflower, whichever variety you want, whether it's chopped, whole, or riced. And then we're going to need 2 tablespoons of ghee or butter, and a little bit of garlic, 2 tablespoons of coconut milk. Again, you can use whatever milk substitute you desire, and then a little salt and pepper to taste. And that's it. Very similar to making homemade mashed potatoes. So I have my cauliflower steamed. I have my food processor out because we want it to blend well. So I am going to, I better be safe about this and get a little spoon out to assist me. I am going to put my cauliflower, steamed cauliflower, into my food processor. I have half of it in there already, and now I'm just going to add the other half. Carefully, trying not to make a mess. All right, so that's added in. And now to this, we're just gonna add all our ingredients. What we're gonna do is we're going to add 2 tablespoons of coconut milk and 2 tablespoons of your ghee or your butter. Now, we want to add all these ingredients. Let me step back one moment. We're going to shake up our coconut milk. I forgot I haven't used it in a day or two. You want to shake that up because that coconut and that water separate. So you want to make sure it's well blended. All right, so we're going to add 2 tablespoons of the coconut milk, 2 tablespoons of ghee or butter. Again, we're adding all the ingredients at the same time because we don't want to over blend or over process our cauliflower. So if I can only pulse it one time instead of after adding each ingredient, it'll be better for the consistency of the cauliflower mash. Now, if you like a little bit lumpier mashed potato, buy the cauliflower that is chopped, not rice, because rice is going to make it a smoother consistency. Let me rinse off my measuring spoon. Well, actually, I have my other one here. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter or ghee right into the food processor as well. My ghee never wants to slide out of that measuring spoon. And then we're going to add some garlic powder, just because it'll blend in better to the mashed cauliflower, and we won't get big chunks of it. So we're going to add some garlic powder, about a half a teaspoon, but if you like more, I like a little bit more. So I'm going to add a nice healthy dose of garlic powder. And then I will add some salt and pepper, just a little bit, because I like people to add their salt and pepper to taste after the fact, so they can personally add how much they like, especially if you're watching your salt intake. You don't need to add the salt if you are staying away from salt additives. All right, so that's all the ingredients for the cauliflower mash. We are going to secure our food processor lid, and then we are going to lightly pulse this. You want to blend together until it's smooth, but make sure not to over blend. It'll turn into soup. Directly from the instructions, folks. Better put that in there just to be safe. So I'm just going to pulse this. Again, if loud noises bother you, remember to turn your video down at this time. I'm going to take a break. on the pulsing, I'm going to push my cauliflower down off the sides. Again, it's a vegetable, so it already has a lot of water in it. So by pulsing it more and more, it's going to really liquefy. So you want to really limit your blending here. It only takes a little bit. You could do this with a hand mixer too. It actually might be more successful because it's less powerful, but the food processor would work as well. So let me pulse it just 2 or 3 more times. And that should be about perfect. Let me take it out. You can see it's a beautiful mashed potato consistency, but it's actually our mashed cauliflower. It's gonna go great with those beef tips and gravy on top that we made earlier. A great healthy alternative to a classic favorite. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. I'll share it in the comments below, how to do the beef tips, the gravy, and the Parmesan, pardon me, cauliflower mash. You can add Parmesan if you want to make these garlic Parmesan as well. So few fun tips. Add in whatever you typically add to your mashed potatoes, but use your cauliflower. Thanks for being here with me, and I will see you guys in the morning.